Hey everybody, this is Mike coming at you from north central North Carolina. Out here on the river in my canoe. This shot here is the creek where the boat ramp is, and it leads out to the river. I've been trying to find a truck for the past couple months so I could haul my canoes and get back out on the water, and I just hadn't had any luck finding the right deal. And I said, man, I got to get out there before the weather gets cold, so I ended up breaking down and putting one of my smaller canoes on top of the Camry. I got these foam blocks you can put on the bottom so it doesn't scratch, your car, but I didn't really like doing that. But I wanted to get out here, and I'm glad I did. It was kind of strange being out here without my dog, though. Pebbles used to always go fishing and canoeing with me, and she lived to be 18 years old, but she was starting to suffer, and I had to take her to the vet and have him put to sleep. But she did live a long, good life. She loved swimming, man. I couldn't hardly keep her out of the water. She was just a mix between a chow and a shepherd. I got a picture at the end of the video of her. But like I said, it was strange being out here without her. I hardly saw any boats myself. I saw a few jet skis and a pontoon boat and a couple other boats, and that was about it. I was hoping a train would come by. There used to be a lot of train activities, but I didn't see one all day. And like I said, I wanted to fly this trestle a couple times, so like I said, I'd launch from the island, get in the canoe, get out in the middle of the river and fly the drone. You always want to launch from the bank just in case something happens, a disconnect or an emergency, and it returns to home on the bank. You don't want it returning to home to your canoe or boat because you might not be in the same spot you started from. You know that. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. The Mini has a great camera, but I can tell the difference between the Air 2 and the Mini shots. I had a difficult time. I'm not a camera guy, expert. I don't know a whole lot about them. I use ND filters, but sometimes I have a hard time getting the adjustment just right. And also, are you flying, wowzer, are you flying away from the sun, towards the sun? That makes a big difference. Matt from Northeast Drone Productions, he's the master at getting the good camera adjustments and the right shot. He knows those drone cameras. Man, he is really good at it. If you're not familiar with his channel, take a look at some of his videos. That's Northeast Drone Productions. He lives in Australia. But anyway, like I said, I was out here. This is me closing in on the canoe here. It used to be great fishing. It still is for largemouth. It's the Catawba River, by the way. I've filmed from the bank on a couple of videos. And that giant lake, Lake Norman, it's downriver from this spot, about 5 or 6 miles. It still is good largemouth fishing, catfishing, but I used to be a striped bass fisherman, and they used to stock them for years, and I mentioned it in previous videos. They just couldn't keep the population. The fish just died out. But if you like catfishing, the water is so crystal clear. They are good to eat. The catfish are out of this river, especially because of the water being so great. There's plenty of cats in here. There's flathead. There's a bunch of blue cats and channel cats. They have several largemouth fishing tournaments. Most of those guys stay down on the lake, but you'll see some come upriver. This shot right here is with the Mini. And I can tell it, the camera looks good, but that Air 2, man, that camera on it is just something else. It is, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about cameras. I can just, from what I can see, the Air 2, I can see a difference, that's for sure. I was glad I got out here, though. Like I said, it was a perfect day and very little wind. It was about 77, 78 degrees. I did get in the water a few times. But like I said, I was out here by myself most of the day. When I was getting ready to leave, I saw one person in a kayak paddling. That was about it. But I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel, taking a look at the video. I've been trying to improve a little bit. I didn't want to put, videos that weren't worth a damn on. I mean, some people are so good at editing. I'll admit, I don't like it. To do these narrations, this is probably take 5, I was get tongue-tied, or the cat comes running through here, knocking something over. Narrations are a little bit more of a pain than just putting music up, but I figure people kind of want to know what you're up to. And like I said, this is the Catawba River, and it was named after Catawba Indians. I've touched on it in previous videos. Most of the lakes in North Carolina are rivers that have been dammed up. This river itself has 5 different lakes on it, which I've mentioned before. And then the largest being Lake Norman, which is downriver about 4 or 5 miles. It's massive. I was hoping, like I said, a train would come by, but I never did see one. I wouldn't mind practicing catching a train or two, but I've never had that opportunity. Of course, you're not allowed to fly over them, but you can sure the heck fly beside them, right? But thanks to everybody for stopping by and taking a look. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a good summer. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.